All right, Steve, welcome in. Ryan Trainer here, Class A Perm Recording. Good to have you, buddy. Looking forward to work today. So, just do a little comparison for you here. So, ball position looks good. Foot position looks good. Look at this. Grip looks fine. The only difference is you've got the handle preset. Do you see how you're leaning the shaft quite a bit forward here? That's de-lofting the club. So generally, you want your hands more like near the belt buckle or in front of your, in between your legs more. You have the good triangle position. Everything else is good. So really, it's just the shaft lean. You got a little bit more shaft lean than is necessary. All right, now let's take a look at the body position lines first here in the backstroke. As you'll see here, I'll show you mine also, so you can see what's happening side by side. And so, okay, and then we're going to trace the club for you. And so here we go. So you start dragging it back. Now already, look at this. You've already made a mistake. You're already off the sway line. You see that? So your hip's swaying off the line a bit here going back. Okay. And your head's moving out of the box here in the backstroke. So you kind of went back to some of your old habits a little bit here. You can see when I go back, see how I kept my hip line and I'm keeping my head in the box as I go back, right? So I would say that the first thing that we got to get back on track with is the hip and the head position here going back. You got to keep them in the box a little bit better there. Okay. Now let's see.
That's the number one thing. Not to interrupt, but just being that when I focused on that,
Yeah.
I just know that's what improved my sport so much.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Now coming down, let's take a look here where you go with your clubs. Your club comes out like this a bit. Let's see. Okay. And then you're here at impact. Now let's take a look at, I'll do the same with my crescent moon for you. And so I'm going to trace the club head as I just did for you, so you can see what I'm doing here. And so see how I go narrow from inside.
How do I get that look? Like I don't understand conceptually how to do it.
Sure. Yeah, no, we're going to be working on it. You know what I mean? So here the balance looks, so at this moment, my weight's more to my left, right? And then I brought the club in a little bit more, as you see, with the crescent moon, right? And then let's see here. So then here we are coming into impact position. And so I think you've gotten a little bit better with your hand, but if you look, my emblem on my glove is a little bit more down and at the target at this picture. But you definitely improved at your arm position. It's not nearly as far off as it once was, which is nice. Now let's see when you come through the ball, what happens with your club face. Okay, so on this one, look at this. The face though was open for you. Do you see the club face? Where look at my club face coming through there. See how the face is very square right after impact? Are you with me?
Yeah, I am.
All right. Now let's keep going here. And so we basically, now let's see, coming through the ball on the way through into the follow through. Let's see here. Yeah, I just have a little bit more arm extension too, probably here, right? That's probably the only big difference in this picture. All right, so now from there, let's go to the side view. Let's take a look at the lines on the side view. So setup posture, I have a little bit more knee flex, a little bit more like guard position in basketball that I'm in. Your balance is good. You're on the balls of your feet for sure, but you don't have the knee flex that I have. You see how there's a lack of knee flex that you have there. Okay, now obviously body types are different. I have very long legs and a short upper torso. You're more evenly distributed. And so that's why our postures aren't going to look exactly the same. That's not relevant. What's important to look at is, are you keeping your body lines properly, and what's happening with the as it is the swing plane. Okay, so here we go. So let's see as we go back here. Okay, so you're taking it back under the plane a little bit here in the takeaway, and you can see here I take it back more in front of me and straight back. So you can see the club's going a little bit too far on the inside, which means you're going this way early.
Is it my wrist that's doing that? My arms?
Yeah, it's how you move your arms and your hands. Absolutely. So yeah, you can see how my club is more up here, straight back. Let me send that picture.
I was doing better with that.
That's the straight back thing, straight back takeaway. Okay, then here we go up to P2, some people call it, or P3. And so now at this moment, you can see my plane is a little bit more straight up, right? The club face looks pretty good though, which is good. All right. Now let's see as you continue to the top here. So you get up here to the top, and here I am at the top. And so you can see I've got higher hands, a little bit more knee flex. In this view, your head position doesn't look too bad though, which is nice to see. And then let's see as we come down, what happens here. So coming down, I'm coming down like this on the plane. Let's see where you're coming down. Okay, so you're coming down on a decent plane, even though you're taking it back inside. You're coming down on a decent plane. Your head's dropped more than mine though. Do you see how my head stayed up? So you got a tiny bit of the head dropping forward here at this position.
That's the major tendency of mine.
And then let me check the impact for you. No, you're not hopeless. You got a lot of good, there's a lot of improvements here. Okay, so then coming into the impact area here, you can see that my butt's on the back line. You're still coming off that line just a little bit. So your butt would still need to be.
It's frustrating because I have that chair out in my backyard at all times.
Well, that's good. I mean, I did chair drill for a solid 2 years every lunch break. So it doesn't mean, it just means keep doing it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that you got to keep practicing to get to be consistent at it. You know, it's you made progress, which is great. And then coming through the ball here, let's take a look at the hip and the head position coming through on the follow through. Yeah, and so the big one there on the way through is still the rear line is slightly forward instead of back a little bit more here. And so let me save that. Okay. All right. And then, I mean, those are the main things. So let's just get rocking on these things.